brought up with the hellfire and damnation, and they're all terrified of dying. And yet in this philosophy, we're not afraid to die.
I guess that's what Nino and I trying to do, to talk with people and to the people and broaden their horizon and inform them that death is just moving from one dimension to the other dimension. And there is nothing to be afraid of. Obviously our family and close people are missing us. But if they will if they will work on their perception, they would feel, sense that Mother, Father is around me, or friend or anyone else. So, yeah.
When you mentioned that you were up there in front of the panel, and Nino asked a question about the souls that were behind you when you counted 11, did you recognise them from...
Every one of them.
You recognise every one of them? Would any of them make connection with who is on this current plane? Of those souls that have been...
Well, I know.
Knew them there?
Instantly.
Yeah.
It's like, I cannot recall, but the moment I watched the eyes, I knew. I could kind of see, I can recollect the life straight away, bang, bang, bang. It goes very fast. It goes
instantaneously.
Help me with English.
Instantaneously.
Thank you.
No, I remember reading in one of those books that Nino gave me that sometimes we go, oh, that's so-and-so in this current life or something.
Yeah.
Okay, no, doesn't matter.
So thank you very much. That's what I wanted to share with you. Yeah.
I've got a question. Earlier during the session when you were under hypnosis, you mentioned that there were a lot of advanced or ascending souls coming to the Earth around this time from other planets, other galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel or know if any of them have taken human form and are amongst us?
Absolutely.
I've often wondered about that. It's one for your insights.
Yes.
I've got some information, sorry, let's say, I get a bit of information on this from other clients other than Ella, and we've got both. There are quite a number of incarnators, as you heard under trance, the Master speaking through, I was telling her that we've sent a lot. There's a lot of ancient souls, including from other planets. The majority of them are not incarnated, but those of us who are designated light workers and have come to the planet to be on the surface, we've got the harder job because we still have to go through the resistance of the heavy body, whilst starting the attunement towards the higher frequencies that it's already begun. So we've got the harder job. And they've got a lot of respect for us, and as you're probably aware, through Dolores and Cannon and many others, that first wave after the First World War, we had that first wave of very old souls coming onto the Earth, and many of them are suicided. Okay, they just couldn't take being in a human body for that length of time, and that was before the quickening had started. So they were disconnected from their mission at that time. They were a higher frequency. They really couldn't get the duplicity of the Earth life anymore, the hatred and the poverty. So many of them off themselves, but they sent so many. And then there was a second and third wave. So now what's happened recently, only a few years ago, by Earth time, all these relations are as best as we can describe them from an earthly point of view. But I was told a few years ago that some of the sons of God, that's the race with the elongated skulls, and from the Anunnaki, not the Anunnaki, but the tall beings of 8, 9, 10 stories, the blue-blooded ones, the blue-skinned ones.
Found skeletons very different places.
Yeah, no, because you were blue-skinned in the incarnation. That they've come. And are working now because they seeded the DNA hundreds of thousands of years, up to 50,000 years. The sons of God went to breeding with the sons of men. It even says so in the Bible. And it was always the men, so that as they ejaculate into a woman, the sons of God's blood remained pure, but the sons of men in the female form then took on the higher potential of DNA. And they've been streaming through us for 50, 60, 70,000 years, slowly dissipating this higher frequency in our DNA. And I think I shared with you last time that I had one session recently with one of the clients that was saying, I've gone back to a lifetime where I was asked to come to the earth simply to interbreed with a couple of women. I had no major mission in that lifetime, but the idea was to inseminate, because there was a couple of lines of rebirthing that was needed, and to especially interbreed with different races, which is incidentally why Australia now is attracting. And we've been told that the Earth has the highest density of older souls. Australia does have a bit of a Noah's Ark thing about it. So that answers the question.
That's why our parents came from Italy.
Yeah.